this is HC Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV! Today we've got two more new enemies, the last two that I'm going to be showing outside of Tamra. So, yeah, Hell Flappers, they are weak to throw elemental attacks. Caterpillars, yeah, they counter with slow, so you want to watch out for that. Good bio spell, take them out. No elemental weaknesses, really, though. Okay, I guess I'm going to have Rosa finish them off. Why not? Wow! Nice shooting, Tex. Okay, now there is one new enemy that you could have met up with around Tamra called a Tunneler, but it's ultra rare, and you won't be able to, or you will be able to meet up with it in a guaranteed encounter, actually, later on, so I'm not going to bother with that right now. Yellow Dragon will become a little more common later, but since I had the Siren, I figured I might as well use it. I will let you know when you can meet up with the Yellow Dragon later. And I've also listed my setup in the video description because we're going to do side quests! Starting with the Sylph Cave. I've also listed the Bestiary updates in the video description there, but they do not include the Tunneler or the Yellow Dragon. Now for this area, well, it's not absolute, but it's a really good idea to have ruby rings on Kain and Cecil there. You want to have the sleep blade on Kain there, and make sure everyone else has a Rune Armlet. You want to block either Silence or Piggy. One of the two, that will do. You will see why. Let's check it out. Now, if you have Rosa up to level 35, she'll already know the float spell for this part. Yeah, every time you walk across one of those things, you take 50 damage. So, for now, I'm kind of stuck using the cure spell to keep my party going. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Ow! Eventually, I will get the float spell, and I will use it. For now, we gotta kind of stick with what we got. Starting with these guys. Nuts! This is not how I wanted to start my day! Oh well. Yeah, these guys will kill you if you don't do what I'm about to do. Yeah, they got powerful spells, physical attacks, the sleep spell, the works. Now we want to get to Rydia's turn and use Toad on them. Theoretically, that should work very, very well, and then we'll be fine. But until then, yeah, we're kind of screwed. There we go. Use Asuna on Cecil there. Unfortunately, just unlike almost every other RPG out there, hitting someone who is asleep will not work very well. It won't wake them up, that is. So, now we can just take our sweet time killing these guys. Rydia can defend there. And you know what? Let's switch in the Icelands. More often than not, I like Kain to be able to start a battle with the Sleep Blade, because he can, well, just use it right away, because it's a really good idea in this area. A lot of enemies are susceptible to sleep, and Kain is a lot faster than Rydia, so he can, like, buy us some time until... Rydia gets her turn to use Toad or some other better form of crowd control. Wow, this is not a good start, viewers. Oh well. Do the best we can. We're going to be making 2 trips through this dungeon. And we got more new enemies. Okay, let's use Toad. Now, the problem with the Elder Trance is that they are weak to fire, but the Evil Dreamers are... they absorb fire. So what I want to do is I want to have Edge and... Well, I want Kain to use the Sleep Blade to put the Elder Trance to sleep until we can get around to killing them. One other interesting thing about the Elder Trance is that, or Trent, whatever, is that they are considered mage-type enemies for some reason, even though the only spell they cast is Berserk. So it seems kind of odd to me, but, well, however it works. So, because they are a mage-type enemy, these silencing arrows will deal quadruple damage to them. So it's really good in this area. And at about this point in the game, you're going to run into a lot of mage-type enemies. So that's why I'm starting to use the bow and arrows for Rosa there because, well, it actually makes sense. I don't care about him casting Berserk. I don't need to worry about him waking up now. I can just take him out. Yeah, there we go. And, yeah, Rydia, you just stay on the sidelines. One thing I also like doing in this area, because I don't have floats yet, is I like to have Rosa use her Prey command to kind of help out with the MP. I'm not going to waste my arrows on these guys. They can't do anything. They can't use their spells. Their attack and defense power is reduced to 1. So, yeah, nothing to really worry about. But yeah, Rosa's not going to be too useful once you've got everyone crowd control. So just have her use Prey. Why not? And it also helps satisfy my OCD for keeping everyone at absolute maximum HP, even if they've only taken 1 damage. Just bugs the heck out of me. Or we could just do it the old-fashioned way. Now, the upper and the lower path go to 2 separate paths of the dungeon. I'm going to start with the upper path here. And heal up every now and then. There we go. Fortunately, at least in the early parts of the dungeon, you're not going to run into too many of those damage tiles. Hopefully, by the time I actually care about all these damage tiles, like, there will come a point where there's like 20 of them, and you'll want to have float, but I just gained a level for Rosa, so we're getting pretty close there. Now let's see, we just got the Fairy Rod, her intellect is 55, you equip that, and it's up to 60, so we got 2 more magic multipliers. Alright, nice. Where do I go now? Nah, I'm kidding, I know exactly where I'm going. If only there were a way we could get down to whatever the hell that thing is. I don't know. Uh-oh. I think we've reached the breaking point. Yeah, I need to get up to level 35 for Rosa now. There's just way too many of these damage tiles coming up, so... Yeah, I'm not that far away, so I guess I'll just grind for a few minutes, and I'll be right back. 10 minutes and several back attacks later got Rosa up to level 35. If you're playing the Super Nintendo version of Final Fantasy II, she'll learn it at level 34. But we want to cast Float on everyone, so now we can just float right over the damage tiles. It's like Step Guard in the Dragon Warrior games. There we go. Or Safe Passage, I think they call it in the new terminology that they use. Now, we're only finding some junk for now, except for that Fairy Rod, but we will find some good stuff very soon. Now, the thing with Float is that it only lasts as long as you're on that same floor. So every time you go to another floor, you gotta recast it or rebuff it. So, I wonder what's over there. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention why we're here. This is the Sylph Cave. Remember, someone was telling us about that back at Tamra there. So, yeah, that's what we're doing here. Now, here's a few new enemies, Bog Witch and Bog Toad. They are also among the more annoying enemies in the game. There's 2 ways that I like to deal with them. One of them is to have Rydia just cast Toad on the Bog Witch. But if Edge does not get toaded here, then I will try to do something else. Okay, we're good. Let's use Flood then. And Rosa should be able to take care of the rest. They won't damage you at all in this battle. All they'll do is just keep on toading you over and over and over again just to piss you off. That's it. That's all they do. They can't actually kill you. So if you use Flood, you can just kill all the little frogs themselves. The Bog Witch casts Toad on herself, which for some reason allows her to start casting Toad on us. I don't know. The other thing that you could do is... Oh, we gotta cure that with the Maiden's Kisses we got. But yeah, the other thing you could do is you could have Rydia cast Toad on the Bog Witch, and as long as she's not alone, they basically can't do anything. She can't call out orders to her toads to toad us. So, there you go. Now, there is one more new enemy around here. Let's see what we got here. Let's go for the lower middle chest first. Uh-oh, with 4 Marlboros! Holy crap! Wait, that's not doing it. What's going on? Well, actually, this is part of my setup for this area. The Bad Breath ability, if you know anything about Final Fantasy games, it inflicts just about every annoying status ailment in the game. But the way it works in Final Fantasy IV, this is any version of the game, I don't know about the DS version, but in pretty much any version that's true to the original, the way it works is if you can block one of the statuses that an ability can inflict on you, you block all of them. That's why if you block Piggy or you block Silence, you can basically be immune to Bad Breath entirely. So, yeah, it's one of my deepest, darkest secrets. Now you know. So now we just gotta take them out the old-fashioned way. It'll just take a little while, that's all. I could have also had Kain use the Sleep Blade on them. That could work as well. I'm trying to conserve my MP here, so we'll just keep using Cure here. And Rydia, you stay on the sidelines there. There we go. Okay, let's fast forward through this now. We're basically almost done with the first half of the cave. All these 6 chests that you saw there, they contain really good treasure. Some of my favorite stuff in the game. So I'm going to be holding on to it for quite a while. But they all contain monster attacks, so I'll just tell you what the monsters are inside all the treasures and just fight them off screen. Pretty much at this point I've shown you, well, almost every new enemy around here. Everyone that you can meet up with in a random battle. A couple people were saying H.C. Bailey. I could have sworn I met up with one of those Oralnes from the last episode in the Sylph Cave, and, well, me personally, I've never seen that, and according to my source, you can't. I mean, I have a list of all the monster formations for every floor, every location of the game, and it doesn't say that they're here, so I don't know. There is one of their cousins that you can meet up with in the other side quest area, though. And here we get the mighty Avenger sword, one of my favorite weapons in the game. Auto Berserk on whoever you want. Now, if you're playing in any version, hold on. First, the Avenger is a two-handed sword. You cannot equip a shield while you have the Avenger. It auto berserks you. Now, if you're playing the Super Nintendo version of the game, you probably want your Avenger user to be in the middle position, because for some reason, it won't auto berserk you until your sort of logical turn would have come up. And if you're in the middle, usually you'd go first. So the Avenger will automatically kick in, but if you're here, then it won't quite work. And it's totally useless in the Game Boy Advance version. The charge time is ridiculous on it, so don't even bother with it. Any other version of the game, it's awesome. So let's clear the rest of the treasure in this room then. Alright, and in this chest we get the Moon Ring Blade for Edge there. That was a battle with 2 Marlboros and 2 of those Trans there. So it's basically an upgraded Boomerang for Edge. Yeah, look at that attack power. Oh, by the way, the Avenger Sword, I forgot to mention. Look at his stats there. Let's see, 39 Strength, 35 Stamina. You equip the Avenger on him. Oh, it even boosts his speed too. I forgot about that. But yeah, it boosts strength, speed, stamina. You lose a little intellect and spirit, but what does Cecil care about that? Who cares about the loss of speed there? Now I need to use him to heal because Rosa's getting a little light on MP there. Okay, the rest of them should be relatively easy. They don't have anything that great, but I'm going to clear it anyway. And in this chest, we get a Red Fang. That was a battle with 6 of those, whatever those ghost guys were called. The Evil Dreamers. There we go. And in this chest, we get a White Fang. They basically cast the level 3 elemental spells, that one and the last one. Nothing I really care about. And in this chest, we get a Blue Fang. Forgot to mention, all 3 of those top chests contained 6 of those Evil Dreamers. So just basically tow them on. That's pretty much all you need to worry about. Now this chest contains those tunnelers that I mentioned earlier. You could have met up with them around Tamra, but nah. They're ultra rare there, so just get the Avenger and let Cecil go to town against them. Yeah, the charge time is just so slow in the Game Boy Advance version. I hate that version of the game for it, but Hey, alright, we learned the Reflect spell and we win the Medusa arrows, which are basically useless, so let's get out of here. Screw it, I'm getting out of here. I'm out of MP. Okay, well I need to recharge back at the Dwarven Castle there, but how long will I be monkeying around this place? Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy IV! This is HC Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!